Welcome back to the channel. Alright folks, today we're going to break down something that I think could end up being one of the most exciting setups in the entire crypto market right now. We're talking about ZBCN, a project that has been quietly building strength under the radar for months and is now showing signs that it could be ready for its next major move. And when I say major move, I'm not talking about some small percentage gain. I'm talking about the kind of explosive momentum that can turn heads across the market. So grab your charts, grab your coffee, and let's dive in. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing discussed here is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Crypto is a highly volatile, high-risk market. You can lose some or all of your money. Always do your own research, consult with a licensed financial professional, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. The scenarios and price targets discussed are speculative and based on technical patterns, not guarantees. First, let's zoom out to the monthly, because you always want to start with the big picture before you start dissecting the smaller time frames. What we have right now is something very interesting. On the monthly chart, we've just printed what looks like a textbook hammer candle. Now, for those of you who might be newer to technical analysis, a hammer candle is typically a bullish reversal signal. It forms when the price sells off heavily during the month, but buyers step back in with strength and push the price back near the highs before the candle closes. The long lower wick or tail shows that sellers tried to take control, but the buyers came in swinging and flipped the momentum. Here's what's special about this hammer. The wick went all the way down to the 25-ish range. That's the low where buyers clearly drew a line in the sand. From there, ZBCN bounced hard, and by the time the monthly candle closed, we were back in the 50s. In fact, intra-month we almost touched the 60 mark. That's a massive recovery, and it shows you there's a deep pool of demand waiting at those lower levels. This kind of price action is not random. In our view, this wasn't just a bounce. This was confirmation that we've likely just finished building a long-term base. In fact, I would argue that we've been in a one-year sideways accumulation phase for ZBCN. That's the kind of structure you see before major bull markets take off. Now, remember what I've said before. Each bull run usually moves in 3 waves up and 2 corrective waves down. If you label them out, wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, wave 4 down, and wave 5 up. This pattern is rooted in Elliott Wave theory, but you don't need to be an Elliott Wave purist to appreciate the rhythm of markets. It's essentially the cycle of enthusiasm, profit-taking, and renewed buying. Wave 1 for ZBCN was that initial breakout move from the accumulation base. Wave 2, which we believe just completed, was the corrective pullback that scared a lot of weak hands out of the market. And now, with that hammer candle confirmation, I believe we are entering Wave 3. Wave 3 is usually the most powerful leg in a bull run. This is where fundamentals, sentiment, and technicals all align, and you get that parabolic acceleration. And here's the exciting part. If Bitcoin plays ball and doesn't throw a tantrum, August could be an absolutely explosive month for ZBCN. Our timeline outlook. August, potential explosive upside if BTC remains stable or bullish. September, likely a cooling-off period, a corrective phase, possibly mid to late September. October-November, another rally leg, potentially leading into a blow-off top for this cycle. Now let's talk targets. We're going to walk through conservative, moderate, and hyper-bullish scenarios, starting from the least aggressive. Conservative scenario. In this case, the first milestone is breaking through the 1 cent level, a key psychological barrier. Once that's out of the way, we're targeting 2 cents. This is achievable without stretching the market too far and lines up with prior resistance levels. It's the kind of move that's realistic even in a choppy, broader market. Moderate scenario. If we apply a simple 1-to-1 ratio based on the first leg up, this projects a move toward the $222 zone, essentially the 2.2 cent area. This aligns with multiple forms of confluence, Fibonacci extensions, historical supply zones, and measured move projections. In this zone, we might see profit-taking from traders who caught the breakout early. Hyper-bullish scenario. Now here's where things get really exciting. The 1.618 Fibonacci extension of Wave 1 projects right around in tenths. From current levels, that's about a 17x move. If ZBCN gets real momentum during an alt season and liquidity flows into mid-caps, this is not impossible. Crypto has a way of defying reasonable expectations during euphoric phases. For context, current market cap around $400 million, a 10x move, $4 billion market cap. Not unreasonable for a strong narrative coin in a raging bull market. A 17x move, $6.8, aggressive, but within the realm of possibility in peak mania. Technical confluence check, RSI, currently coming off oversold territory on the daily, curling upward, a sign momentum is shifting. MACD, bullish cross-forming on the weekly, which historically precedes strong multi-week rallies. Volume, recent green volume spikes are the largest we've seen since the initial breakout in April. EMAs, prices reclaiming the 50-day EMA and eyeing the 200-day, a golden cross in the making. Bitcoin correlation factor. No matter how good ZBCN looks, you have to remember, if Bitcoin decides to have a 20% correction, everything bleeds. However, ZBCN has shown relative strength. In prior market dips, it pulled back less than peers, suggesting strong hands are holding this coin. If BTC remains stable or grinds upward, alt-season flows could supercharge ZBCN's move. Market psychology and wave behavior. Wave 3 is where disbelief turns into excitement. Early adopters get validated, media starts picking up on the move, and retail FOMO starts to creep in. But remember, no wave moves straight up. You'll have shakeouts along the way. These are healthy. That's why having a plan for partial profit-taking is critical. Projected bull run path. Two possible structures. Base case path. Leg 3. Run to $2, $2, 0.05 pullback to retest breakout zone to $5 dive. Leg 5. Push to 10/10 peak late in the cycle. Aggressive path. Leg 3. Run to 5/10 cent. Pullback to mid-range supports. 0.46. Leg 5. Parabolic run to $20 to $1 if mania conditions align. Now I know $1 sounds insane to some of you, but remember, in crypto, what seems insane often becomes reality when liquidity, narratives, and momentum converge. We've seen coins 50x in under a year during euphoric phases. What could fuel this run? Strong project fundamentals. ZBCN has ongoing development and partnerships. Increased trading volume and listings on bigger exchanges. Social media buzz. Never underestimate the power of hype cycles. Macro conditions. If the dollar weakens and risk assets rally, crypto benefits. Risk management reminder. Yes, we're bullish, but this is crypto. Things can turn fast. Always size your positions so that a 50% drop won't wreck your account. Take partial profits on the way up. Don't try to time the exact top. The market loves to humble people who get greedy. Community and closing thoughts. We've been tracking ZBCN since April, trading it from the breakout, and so far it's delivered. We're not just throwing random price targets here. These projections are based on structure, historical behavior, and technical confluence. If you want to trade ZBCN with us, join the VIP. We share entries, exits, and macro market updates so you're not navigating blindly. Whether you're in it for a quick trade or a longer-term hold, this is one of the more promising setups in the market right now. Before we wrap this up, remember, this could be the final major leg of this broader crypto bull run. It might run for a few more months, it might surprise us and run longer, but history tells us these windows of opportunity are rare. If you're going to play it smart. Let us know in the comments below. I really want to hear your take. Was this video helpful? Smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more altcoin breakdowns and crypto market deep dives. And if you think someone else needs to see this opportunity, go ahead and share it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay smart, stay skeptical, and stay invested in narratives that actually make sense.